Papa.
Hi, welcome back to my channel. Welcome if you're new. I'm Lisa and today we're doing my July TBR. So if you've been here for a while, you'll know that my main TBR. I seem to make every book that I put on my list my main TBR. But the TBR that I really need to be getting to each month is my Kindle book and book that's picked for my 12 books 12 prompts challenge that I was set at the beginning of the year. I will link the video somewhere above down below where my friends picked a book and a prompt, and each month I pick one of the slips that has one of those things on and I'm supposed to read that book and fulfill that prompt. However, June was a month. It was a month. So I slumped hard for like the first half of the month. So I didn't read very much. Compared to what I normally read, I didn't read very much. So there were quite a few books that now that I've got them out and I've laid them out because I want to read, I want to definitely finish in July. I've also got a couple of books that I've started and need to finish. And July is going to be my month of catching up. So there are a few books and prompts that I need to work out and fulfill for the Magical Readathon. I need to work out like back prompt for that as well. And I also have a few books that I've started reading over the last couple of months that I've not finished yet. See, I don't normally do that, but the last couple of months I've been very up and down with my mood. So putting books on hold is something that I've done far too much. I need to stop doing that because I then get intimidated going back into them. So this is going to be a month of, I'm still going to do my 12 prompts, 12 books jar. I'm still going to do my Kindle jar. And as always, if I don't read the books from my Kindle, I just remove them because I'm clearly not interested. And they're just taking up space that other books can take up. So I can't remember which tin this is, but this one goes first. I think this is the 12 books 12 prompts challenge, and I'm gonna dig my hand in, dig my hand in, put that over there. And this month, for the month of July, is Cassie. Holy shit. So Cassie picked Poppy War as my book. Okay. Okay. And the prompt is the last thing you ate. So I don't know whether I should pick it based on now or at the time that I want to choose another book, because if I was to choose it now, it would be based on the last thing I ate, which was breakfast, which was peanut butter on toast, and I drank a fresh orange juice. I think I'm going to need to think on that, because the way that Cassie picks these prompts is they're very random, and she'll pick something that sort of reminds her of that, or that can link to that in some way. So I can't remember what example. I'll link the video down below. She gave an example in the video that makes more sense than what I can make sense of it right now because my brain is fried. Something that makes me think of breakfast. I just want to reread Legends on Lattes, not gonna lie. That immediately came to mind. So breakfast, toast, food. I need to think. I will come back to that, and if I've thought of something that can link with it, then I will let you know by the end of the video. But the book is Poppy War, so I'm finally diving into that series. I am bricking it, not gonna lie, bricking it. So this is I'm delving into the abyss here, because as I mentioned a number of times, the books that I picked, that I wrote down in here, are books that I put on my Kindle back in 2016 when I randomly purchased books that I thought looked good, or I was sent books by indie authors via ebook. and I've never read them. So this is Sandman by Morgan Hannah MacDonald. Just so you can see it. I don't know what this is. That is a running theme on my Kindle books that I don't know what they are. But, you know, I'm getting through them. This month, I haven't read this month's Kindle book either. I will, she says. They're the basics over and done with. What I'm going to do is go through my book club picks and my read-along picks for the month of July, and then I will go through what books I would like to get to and books I need to finish. That's what I'm going to do. So, the book for the month of July for the It's All About Fantasy book club is Name of All Things. Ruin of Kings was the first book. I'm still getting through that right now, and so far I'm loving it. I'm loving the characters, and this is book 2 out of 5, I think. There's 5 books. I'm running this book. I'm hosting this book club with Chelsea from Dr. Secret Bookaholic, Caitlin from A Pinch of Happy. I will leave both their socials down below as always, and I will leave the link to the Twitter for the book club if you would like to join in. The first ever book club pick for the podcast that is hosted by myself and Jem from Bookish Gems is The Roommate. I don't know what else to say. It's supposed to be a very fun contemporary, and Becca is adamant that I'm going to love it. It's the way that they're talking about it, like Chloe and Becca talk about it, I really, really want to read it right now, but I'm not going to, because I have a June TBR to finish, or at least try and get part way through, and this is the July pick, so this probably will be one of the first books I pick up, not gonna lie. I am very intrigued about how this is gonna go down. Next up is Clockwork Prince by Cassandra Clare. This is the second book in the Infernal Devices series. Still not read book 1 in this yet. I will get round to it before the live show. But this is for the By the Angel Along, run by Becca Fowell. And this is gonna be a long road of Shadowhunter books. But so far, I am loving this road that we are on. And most of the books have got 5 stars. I am ready to be broken even more than I have been, and I've heard that the emotions and emotional impact just gets more and more the more you're going in the series, so wish me luck with this one, guys. I'm going in, diving in. Next up is Kingdom of Copper. This is a buddy read with Hattie, and in the month of June we read City of Brass. After on reread, I actually upped it from a 4 to a 5. I think on reread it's easier because I know that the beginning is slow, so I was prepared for it, whereas I wasn't previously. And I enjoyed it so much more second time round. Picked up so many little tidbits that you totally don't even think of picking up the first time, because it's a lot to take in, and you know, I should have tabbed and taken notes. But I am me, so I didn't. But this is, I'm really excited to find out where the story goes based on where we left it before. And all I can say is Dara. Choke me. Next up, we have You Deserve Each Other. And this is a book that was gifted to me by Meg from 12 Books a Day. I will leave a link down below as well. I am meeting her in July for the first time. She gifted me this book. And that's my reasoning for picking it up. And other than the fact that every time I speak to her, she's like, you need to read it. This is her love hypothesis. If you know Becca, and you've watched Becca for any amount of time at all, you'll know that she is obsessed with Ella Hazelwood, and she loves the love hypothesis, and now she loves Under One Roof and Stuck on You. But this is Meg's love hypothesis. I'm sure it's going to be a quick read. Once again, another floppy book. We love a good flop. Also, The Name of All Things, I will be buddy reading with Lindsay Jardine. I'll leave a Twitter link below. We buddy read a book every single month, because I know that I've got lots of books to finish and catch up on and all that malarkey. I did say that the best thing to do would be to buddy read a book that I was already having to read for a particular reason. This is my book club that I host with Chelsea and Caitlin. Obviously, it'd be easy to, you know, buddy read that book, so we're buddy reading The Name of All Things. What we are doing as well, and this is going to seem like a lot, I'm well aware of this, I have no chill. Those are the books that I have to read for one reason or another. Whether it's for a live show or a buddy read with a friend, those are books alongside my jar picks that I really will have to read. I don't take punishments anymore anyway, but I will take it that my TBR is finished if I get those done. But there are a few books over the last couple of months I've started and I'm yet to finish. So, don't know why I'm picking that up. So, the first book in this is Spin the Dawn. I am really enjoying this. I was really enjoying this. This is a physical read for me, and with me slumping and not even being able to listen to it on audio, it just hasn't got, I haven't picked it back up again. If I could have got this on audio, it would have been done and dusted by now, but I am probably a third of the way through. I've got no reason not to pick it back up. I haven't. So this will be on the books that I have to pick up in the month of July and finish. Next up, we have Ilbon. I know. This was February? This has been on hold since February, I think. I've literally got 200 pages left of this book. But this is also a physical read, so maybe because I'm slumping again, still not picked this up, but this is just pure physical read. I don't know, I've got no excuse not to finish it. None at all. I still remember everything that happens in this book as well, and look at all the tabs. Look, I'm proud of the colour coordinated tabs. Yay me. So this is by Daniel T. Jackson. This is self-pubbed again. And I was buddy reading this with Chelsea from Not So Secret Bookaholic. We've both just been busy and none of us will be able to pick it back up again. But I really want to finish the last 200 pages of this book. Because it's killing me that I have so many books that I've started and not yet finished. So there we go. I'm going to hold this up, but I'm also going to hold this up. Because this is this. It's Call from the North by D.W. Ross. Once again, I started this as a physical read. And again, maybe because it's a physical read and I've been slumping, I haven't picked it back up again. I was really enjoying it when I first picked it up. I now do have the audiobook for this, so I will be reading that in July. I can guarantee that will get done. The other books that I want to read, actually, I'm lying to you, there's 2 more books that I need to read early July because of live shows, and that is The Clockwork Angel and Vampire Academy Last Sacrifice. Both of these books are for read-alongs. This is a read-along by Liv from Liv in Magical Bookland, and this is the not Vampire Academy. This is the By the Angel Along run by Becca Fowle. I just not got around to them this month, but I will get around to them at the beginning of next month. So they will be on my have to read for particular purposes, particular reasons. So other books that I want to get to: Crooked Kingdom by Leigh Bardugo. I read Six of Crows this month. That book got me out of a slump. It got me into fantasy when I started reading it back in 2020. I knew that when I had a hankering for reading Six of Crows last month, I should have just picked it up. And I was like, no, I need to wait for Readathon month. And then I slumped. So, that's my bad. But I definitely want to pick this back up after reading Six of Crows again. Just bringing the whole thing back to life just makes me feel things. And I really want to read this again, even though I know it's going to break my heart. I don't care. And speaking of Leigh Bardugo, Language of Thorns, I read the first short story in this for a prompt for a readathon a couple of months ago, but I still have the other short stories to read, and there are a couple of different prompts for the magical readathon that require me to read short stories in order for me to pass my classes. So I will be reading these and then backfilling those so I can pass my classes. I will be rereading Shadow and Bone as well. I will also be rereading Shadow and Bone. I really need them to hurry up and get the other collector's editions of these books out. But I want to reread this. This was such a quick read for me, and I'm in a Leigh Bardugo mood. And don't at me, because if you say Shadowrun is shit, I'm not listening to anything you say. And again, on a Lisadoeslife hype, I want to reread these. Why? Because they break me, and they are pretty. And underneath the dust jacket, these standard editions are bloody stunning. I was really tempted just to take off the dust jackets and display all of them with just the black naked hardcovers, and the same goes for this one. Just absolutely stunning. Absolutely stunning. That's my Lisadoeslife stunning over and done with. There's also an arc that I need to read that I was gifted that I really want to read. It is a contemporary, it should be a fast read. And I was gifted this by HarperCollins 360. Thank you. I will read it, I promise, and I will review. But it's called Little Bit Country. And it seems like an older YA, which I'm hoping it is, because I think Teeny Bopper Teeny YA is really grating on me, so I need older YA. And it's LGBTQ plus as well. So, winner winner, chicken dinner. And two more. There's Beautiful Nightmare by KJ Sutton. This has been on my TBR for the last 3 months, and I keep getting it pushed back because it's one that I want to get to, but it's not one that's on a set TBR. And obviously it is a chunky motherfucker. But yeah, as much as I would love to get to this, by the time book 5 comes out, I know that I'm going to want to reread the whole series anyway. Kelsey brought out quite a few books in quick succession, and I say quick succession, there was about a year, 6 months to a year between each book, but there's 4 books and they gradually get thicker, and she is like self-pubbed, so you can understand like the strain that would have put on her as a writer to just smash out this whole story in the space of a couple of years. So she's taken a break between book 4 and 5. She has brought out other books as well in between, but this is I've just got a feeling that this is gonna really break me, and I'm excited but also scared and nervous, and it's giving me anxiety, but I really want to read it. But you'll see me rereading. I am KJ Sutton trash, not gonna lie. I will buy anything she publishes in paper copy, even though it's more expensive. That book was $17.99 for a paperback, but do I care? No. Supporting indie authors, guys. Supporting the authors. But final book that I need to put on my TBR, because I want to try and try and get more classics into my life. This was supposed to be my pick for my in-person friend book club buddy read thing that we've got going on, but again, life slump, so I didn't want to pick up a classic, especially one that's like a genre that's outside of my comfort zone when I'm slumping. So I do want to pick this up, and I do really want to read this, so I'll be trying to pick this up in July. I need to read The Poppy War, which I'm really scared about because it's gonna be so much pain, and I've just come out of a slump, and I really don't want to be put back in one. I do love myself a high fantasy, political, war-ridden, war-torn type of book, so it might not slump me. Let's take a chance, eh? If you'd like to see more from me, click the subscribe button, like, comment down below on what you're reading in July. And I am fully aware that I said, did I say my TBR wasn't going to be big? I don't know if I did. I just said I was doing things differently. If I said my TBR wasn't going to be big, I lied. It's me. On a normal month, I can read 14 books quite easily. So when I'm not slumping, I can read about 14 books. So and I've got a 6-hour coach journey down to London and 6 hours back. We're living life. We're living, laughing, loving life right now. I'm gonna go, and I'll see you all in the next one. Ta-ta, bye.